Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Soul Reaver 2 Legacy of Kain, where I am assuming this will probably be the last episode of Soul Reaver 2. After this, it'll probably be Blood Omen or... Blood Omen 2, I should say, or Defiance. And I'm currently trying to think right now, because I've slightly mucked up the order. I should have actually went to Blood Omen 2, even though Blood Omen 2 came out afterwards. So I could just ignore it and go with release dates, or I could just ignore Blood Omen 2 for now, because it's not really the same story. Yeah, I'm not really caring for you guys right now, honestly. You're just all a pain in the arse, and it's like, nah, it's cool, mate. Bye. You know, you can't open this door. I can. Also, why does that look more worn than it does in the future? Well, whatever. Anywho, I am hoping to goodness it doesn't keep crap. What? You're out here now? Why are you out here now? Oh, no, we need to continue south. Come on, Space. You know how it goes. Southeasterly, so it's probably easterly actually at this point. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Space, you muppet. Fails to lock on like 20 times, just jumps about in the air. Yay! Hello there, pillars. Undisturbed as of... Actually, no, corrupted right now. No, it's undisturbed. Undisturbed as of yet. Which means no Ariel, obviously. Aww. Aww.
He thinks he can change his destiny. What a fool. What a fool.
Oh, come on. You're just a bunch of dicks. Tossing crap from halfway across the bloody area, that's really annoying. I need you to follow me round, please. You're very slow, cumbersome. No. Come on. Round the corner. That they can shoot through. Oh, come on. I was far enough back. Obviously, I don't get to choose that, though. Come on, there we go. I'm mildly better off actually in this dimension, honestly. Because when I actually defeat them, theoretically... Theoretically, he says, come on. Come on. No! No! Here I was being so cocky about not actually being sent back to a place yet. And what do? I get sent back to a place. Arrogance. Arrogance on my part has led to this folly. Or arrogance has been thy folly. Would be more the way of putting it, but whatever. I can't believe I buggered that up like a muppet. Well, whatever. You know what? Let's energize even the Reaver. Because I want to keep it a bit excited. Because it does do more damage the more excited it is. That should be good. Maybe a bit more. Come on. Wait, did one spawn over here? No. Come on. Now you. I keep trying to dodge sideways, but the controls are a little stiff. That is not working quite the way I would like it to. You know what, bugger it. I'll find something weaker. What was that? Okay, I'm just going to ignore the lightning sound effect and pretend that that's... Yes! Humans are on the opposite side! Yes! Come here. Come on then. Come on. Do the one where you turn your back to me, please. You know what? Fine, I'll take the offensive. There we go, excellent. Excellent. Damn it. No, I keep being too slow to react to that. Come on. There we go. Seriously, the sword guys are easier to deal with. Hi. Because they always do that. Come here. No! No brothers for you! Yep. There we go, that's at least better for my health. Not necessarily good, per se, because I'm doing bad. Come on. So when are we going to get the humans that just kind of look at me funny again? Because those are nice. Take that, and we will get moving. You know what? You know what? Nah, I'm good. I'll just be leaving you guys. He says, trying to find the direction to go. I could have just followed the water, I don't know why I didn't. I thought I would accelerate this a bit, because, you know, we're not really doing much. I'll free my soul another time. For now, I'm going to bugger off. Free your soul, demon! No, I'm good. Don't worry, Defiance has a little better combat. I'm not sure about Blood Omen 2 because I never got massively far into it. But if I remember right, it was okay combat. It's mostly a stealth game, bizarrely though. I mean, it still has some combat in it, but it's mostly stealth based. Return to hell! Right, so, Light Reaver Forge thing. Cauldron? Yeah, you know. Anyway, due to the paranoia that's now been recently installed in me, I'm going to go and quickly save it here. So don't mind me. Yep. Definitely the thief on his way of going to things. Right, so, do we... Oh! Oh! I need the fire reaver. Bogger. Bogger. Fine, come here. I need some peace and quiet while I try and figure this out. Is that? Excellent. Right, that's what we need. I don't know what this is actually going to do. Now I think about it. Ha! It's just got the fire symbol on it, I know that. And it's got a spout of fire, but what's it actually going to do? I cannot remember. Melt the ice? Oh yeah. Huh? Sure. You know what? Oh wait, no, maybe? Yeah, I was right. Give me a moment, and we shall... Switch. Oh, that's not it. Okay. Oh, it's just so the gate would move when we get Light Reaver. Right, I get it. Let's go. So we still have to get the Light Reaver. That's good. I was about to ask how the gate was not open anymore in the Spirit Realm. Gosh. Wow, you survived. Come on. Agitate the Reaper a bit. Just so it does one hits, theoretically. Ah! You silly, long-reaching dick! Give me a half-digested soul. Yeah, there it is. Excellent! There we go. And voila! Anytime you want to give control back, that's fine.
Free your soul, demon!
My soul's free enough. Probably more free than yours, to be honest. Your Seraph heritage. Ah, you know what, nah. There's a reason, because I think we have quite a long section of fighting soon happening. Like, not unintentional, what's the word I'm looking for? Unconditional, that's it. It's definitely intentional. It is story purpose, after all. I believe we are on the precipice of the end, though. There we go.
Seize him!
Come here. Mages get hand brutalized, everything else gets, well, not hand brutal. Yeah, you know what I mean, that sounded cooler in my head than it did actually not in my head. I'm really great at explaining things. I guess we make a roundabout path then?
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid across my path. Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to seize it.
So, Raziel, here we are, finally. You have no choice but to confront me now. And I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
You knew I would lead the Sarafan to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the Time Streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
And this is why he wasn't able to go and stop.
Lord Mobius, there is trouble within. The Circle is under
Hold
attack.
fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Mobius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose, corrupting everything you encounter?
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point, Mobius. It's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel. Now, Malik, bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my Wraithblade, Mobius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled Wraithblade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin.
Interesting. I don't remember too much, but I know what happens. If that makes sense. Like, I don't remember why, per se. But yeah, that's why the Circle wasn't saved. Because Malik was held back by Mobius the Time Streamer. And those few crucial moments were what doomed them.
Come to take your revenge, demon.
Back to hell with you!
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Cain's vampire sons. Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Cain's brood. These bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them, how they would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their lifeblood. I was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
Notice our health is basically not going down. No. That's because the Reaver's imbuing us with its strength. Really? I wouldn't mind you stopping the smacking me about. You're durable. I'll give you that. Come on. I'm curious, can I actually...
As Melchiah and Zephyr fell before my blade, I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was still a vampire. I could sense the boundary between us dissolving. The Reaver was consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust. The blade had a vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. The Reaver had made me invincible.
So yeah, literally Raziel's just said, we cannot actually be killed or dispelled at this point. This is our invulnerability. This is our top form. And here we go, slaughtering our former Seraphin brothers and later on vampiric brothers.
Have you come to reclaim the monster's black heart?
Yes.
You'll have to get to us first.
True.
My former brethren, Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed. Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Cain's blasphemous private joke, and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Cain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
Indeed. So without further... Ow! Come here. It's really a pain in the arse fighting these guys with the Reaver. I don't know why, just something about the Reaver feels clumsy in this game. It just has a really clumsy feel to it. The stabs are too far to the right, and the actual length of it isn't representative of the actual length of the blade itself. So, like, stabbing is just too far right. I mean, it has, sometimes. These guys, though. They never separate, that's another thing. They're always one right behind the other, and they're always really aggressive. I don't know what's happening to their souls, honestly. Stop fainting! Also, stop ignoring the fact I'm hitting you. I'm sitting there smacking them in the face and then they're like, yeah, whatever, I'll just stab you anyway. Anyway.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Turel, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Cain's command. So dutiful and righteous, even as a vampire. I guess some habits die hard. The vampire Turel had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Turel would not.
Indeed he shan't. Seriously. Look how quick he attacks also. no wind-up time at all in his animations, really. Guess that's meant to be the point. They're the elite of the elite, basically. Well, as long as I hit him every so often, it's a winning fight for me. Come on. It's better just to stick to fast attacks. I want to use heavy though, to get it over a touch quicker. Well, there's 5 of the 7, I believe. I believe it's 7. Might just be 6. No, it is just 6, because Kane makes the 7th. Yep, I believe anyway. I thought there was 9. Or is it going to be 3 here? Or is it just what I think? Yeah, it's just what I think.
So, vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, vampire. This is where it ends. But you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos? No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a shame to end him too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Ordrin turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass?
Well, come on then. Come on! Oh, damn it. I don't know if I'm actually hitting after I knock him in the air. My instincts say to try and juggle. That's why I've been doing that. Okay, you got a predictable pattern. Excellent. 1, 2, dodge, hit. Come on then. 1, 2, dodge, hit. I've learned your pattern. Come on then. Me. Ow! Okay, maybe I've not. You have something slightly different. Ah. That pattern again. Right, cool. Damn. Sometimes he switches it up just by not actually attacking. It's weird. Ah! Ah! Come on then. Ah! It's weird, this fight. I mean, you're invincible, but the enemy is just a pain in the arse. I mean, look at this. I can't even see him right now. There we go. Well, goodbye.
I renounce you. And so it ends. My history comes full circle.
Indeed it does, but it doesn't mean that you're over. Or that your journey is over.
Sensing its twin, the Wraithblade uncoiled itself from me, and instead wound lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me, and a terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness. With all other foes exhausted, the conjoined blades turned themselves on me, and I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade. The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. The ravenous, soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me. This is why the blade was destroyed when Cain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You. Are you enjoying this game? Don't fight it, Raziel. Give into it. Was this your destiny for me all along? Trust me. I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement. The paradoxical moment when my twinned soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Cain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Cain had gambled everything.
Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel.
Behind Cain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time. That by trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox.
My God. The Hilden. We walked right into their trap. Raziel, Janos must stay dead.
But Cain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the Wraithblade, my own soul, twinned and bound eternally to me. And I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
History abhors a abhors a paradox. And now Soul Reaver 2 is stopped working. Wunderbar! I will be back in a second. I think it's actually just the credits, honestly, so I might just splice it in. So if I do just splice it in, I'll leave it there, and until next time, all the best, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm trying to think if I do Defiance or Soul Reaver 2 next. I probably... No, not Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2 next. I think it'll probably be Defiance and then maybe Blood Omen 2 later. But anyway, for now, I'll leave it there, so until next time, all the best, and I hope you enjoyed. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to play the credits in VLC and talk over the top of them. So yeah, I'm just going to turn the volume on this down slightly. There we go, that's better. But yeah, it's a great game. I love the story, but yeah. Essentially, that's, I think, the death of the fourth? No, I don't actually know. I can't remember if that's the death of a timeline or not. I don't think it is, because we're still actually in that timeline, but anyway. Essentially, though, yeah, we've always been the soul within the blade itself. Kane had already seen this in the past, though, due to the chronoplast chamber from the first game that we ended up exiting in this game. So, yeah, he already knew what was going to happen, that Raziel should be consumed by the blade and become the blade itself. That's why he shattered the blade upon Raziel, to reveal the Soul Reaver and his own soul within it. It's really weird and complicated. It's weird to explain as well. It is a bizarre and paradoxical, almost, what do you call it, story. So now essentially there's two versions of Raziel's soul, one within the blade, one exterior of the blade. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think it's a great game. Again, though, it was a little stiff, but again, it's quite an early PS2 title, and they were kind of just getting the controls a bit more down again. They did exceptional. Again, this had quite a bit of cut content, though. It had at least the 3 4Gs cut. Apart from that, I don't know what was cut. I do have a feeling there was meant to be more fights with the lieutenants, or what Kane's lieutenants ended up becoming, or being, even, or who they were, I should say. The Sarafin Templars. Because we only fought, unless there only is, I can't remember if there's only 6 lieutenants for Kane. Well, you know what? We have the internet. And we have access to all those resources. So, let's do it. Soul Reaver Kane's Chill? No, Lieutenant. I think he's only got 6. But I thought there was 9? I can't remember exactly. I think there is 9, but give me a moment. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay, there only is 6. My mistake. I don't know why, but I thought there was actually a bit more. Well, whatever. So yeah, I thought he resurrected the 6 to act as the pillars of Nosgoth again. Or no, 6, 7. Nope, 8. I thought he resurrected 8 to sit beneath each one of the pillars, but no, it's only 6. Oh well, what can you do? But yeah. Anyway, not really much to say. We're almost at the end of the thingy. Video. So yeah, all these wonderful people are the ones that made it. It's an epic story that was written by the person at the start. I can't remember what her name was though. I'm absolutely terrible with people's names, I'm really sorry. But anyway, with that, I will leave it there. So until next time, all the best. And I hope you enjoyed.